Good morning. Good morning. We have set the record button. We are live. We know the microphone works because we tested beforehand. We were ready to go at 8:57 today, and I, for one, am pleased. At 8:58, I started searching online again because I tend to do that, and I almost didn't make it in time. How are you? How are you? Whenever you're watching this, how are you? If it's 10 o'clock at night, if it's 2 o'clock in the morning, if you're in the Philippines, how are you? I hope you're doing well. Just know that I appreciate you watching my stream. I don't care about anyone else but you. So thank you for your support. I do appreciate it. We finally got somewhere with Google. I think I've got 267 videos. And boy, oh boy. At first I did really well, and then I didn't do well. For like a month and a half, my numbers were just terrible. November and December, just not good. Finally picked up a video that YouTube deemed enjoyable to the masses. And since then, things are a lot better. I will say this. For people that, at least, how far am I into my YouTube career? So I think I started full-time, like what I'd say full-time producing content in July. I think right at the end of July or right at the beginning of July. Somewhere in there. And just trying to find my way. And it didn't go well. It still hasn't gone the way I'd like it to, but it's better. But you know, watching and reading and trying to understand like what to do on YouTube as far as like how do you get people to watch? You know, it's like, oh, provide compelling content. Well, that's not always a reason to watch. And then it's like provide a nice thumbnail. Well, that's not always a reason to watch. And then it's like make a clickbaity title. And it's like, that's not always a reason to watch. Like, you really need a video that somehow Google or YouTube determines somehow is a video that other people need to see. And just as evidence of that, like you'll see some of the videos on my channel, maybe get 1 or 2 views. Okay. And then you'll see one like the one that blew up. It's getting like, I mean, I know it's not a lot for you, but 60 views a day. I mean, I'll take it. I'll take it to where I was. You know, is it where we want to be all the time? No, but you know, with more people comes more scrutiny. Maybe people don't like what I do. Maybe people take offense, and maybe we'll get trolls and all kinds of things. Right now, I don't have to worry about anything because nobody's really bothering us. We're just in our own little space on the internet, and I kind of like that. I hope that I'm able to keep that the entire time. Some of the naive parts of me that exist. I mean, I think I think at the heart I'm a dreamer that gets beaten up by reality constantly. But my thought is that I was going to make a show. Well, at first I was going to make a podcast that people were going to want to listen to, and then the live stream started, and I just don't understand. I love the live stream. Okay, I don't understand why Google doesn't promote live streams more. Because why do you want something like what I would say filtered? Why do you want something that's not like right at the moment? You know, it's the same thing as why people watch live sports. It's not the same if you already know the score before you start watching the game. In fact, I remember when I used to really be into it, I would have to sit there and try and avoid avoid Twitter, avoid the internet, avoid television, avoid going to the bars because, I mean the bars and restaurants because they'd always have the game on. Avoid all those places if I didn't get a chance to watch the game so that I would, when I'm recording it, I'd actually be able to enjoy it. Because once you know the outcome of the game, it's not nearly as exciting. And the same thing is true with the live stream. We don't know what's going to happen. I mean, we've had really good success with the stream. I mean, we've never really been kicked off. I've screwed up where We've had 2 streams going at once because I pressed the wrong buttons. What else bad has happened, really? We got rid of the trolls, the Russian trolls, by simply just saying if you want to chat, you have to be a subscriber. Um, and it hurts the chat, but at the same time, so what? Now we don't have to deal with that. Could I do things better? Yeah, but where I'm at right now, just a consistent performance is what I'm looking for. Every day, just get out there and get it done. That's the thing that on YouTube that I think, if I can't win with talent, okay, maybe I can win with just production, like just producing. This is something that's been magical for me. I know that sounds crazy. I never would have, we talk about, I have that thing, I have that video, if you ever want to see it on the Clips channel. It's like, where do you see yourself in 5 years? And the guy's asking a Wendy's employee, or a potential Wendy's employee, where do you see yourself in 5 years? And even last year, I wouldn't have seen myself streaming in the morning for real estate. I just never, I never knew that I could talk for an hour. But I can. I guess I can talk longer. And I had talked about doing a new stream at night, but my gosh, yesterday, I did the live stream. I did a podcast, and then I needed to run errands, and I had all kinds of errands to run. I didn't get home until 6, and there's so much stuff that I've got sitting here that I needed to do from yesterday that isn't done. Today, I have to change the oil in my car, and then I have to fix the roof at my parents' house. I don't want my dad on the ladder. He's definitely at least in his 70s, and my mom is not ever going to be on a ladder. So I have to get over there and do that today. And then, I wouldn't say I'm in the best shape of my life. I mean, I can walk. I'm okay, but crawling up and down a ladder is going to be tough. And then after changing the oil in the car. And the problem is with this is if I make too big of a mess changing the oil in the car, I have to go to a hardware store to get some nails. So I kind of want to go to the hardware store first. Kind of don't want to do because then the engine oil in the car gets really, really hot. And I don't want to wait. So it's like no good way to do this. And if I go fix the roof first, the thought there is I might be too tired to change the oil. So anyway, I'll be working on that all afternoon. You say, John, it's February. I thought you said it snowed all over. It did. Last week it was snowy. This week it's 60 degrees. And tomorrow it's going to be 60 degrees, and then it's going to, get worse. So that's my afternoon. I don't have a podcast episode ready. Yesterday, top 10 lies your real estate agent will tell you before you sell your house. I thought that was a really good episode. I did it myself. I didn't use any sort of, crutch like an article or anything. I wrote it all out myself. I could be better. If I would have produced it, meaning, say a line and then change the camera angle and then say a line and then, make it perfect. I could have, but it would have taken more time, and I think the same amount of people are going to watch it no matter what I do. So that's that. Do we get into the fact that yesterday was Valentine's Day? I told everyone on the stream watching that, I've been in negative situations for Valentine's Day, and I understand. I feel like I understand if you're by yourself on Valentine's Day, and I said I was with you, and it's very much true. But right now I'm not alone. I have my wife, and she did some things yesterday. Wanted to go over them because she never watches the live streams anyway. My wife supports me in a great way, but not down for watching live streams, not down for watching podcasts, not interested in the subject matter. So that's fine. But that allows me to talk about her, and nothing's going to happen to me. So let's do that. So let me put it to you like this. I have a man cave. I call it the theater room. It's mine. It's the only room in the house that's mine. And with that comes great responsibility. It's just like at night when I get done with the day, I like to go watch some TV. I have a projector, and I think it's like a 90-inch screen, 4K. I mean, it's nice. And I got, I have all my speakers from college even, 11.2 speaker setup, and I can blow the walls pretty much out of the house if I wanted to, but I don't. So anyway, I'm always in there at night, okay, and it's dark, and do I know if I'm an introvert? No. Do I think I'm an introvert? Yes. Okay. The things that I read about introverts and myself like lead me to believe that I'm an introvert. But one time on a stream we did a personality test. I thought I was an INTJ, but then like that would make you rare out of the 14 different personality types. And then the next time I tried it, I was like an ENTJ, or I might have that switched up. But anyway, that isn't uncommon at all. But anyway, I can't deal with like I can't deal with places that are really, really busy, and like I could never work in an office again. Even if I made an office, I'd have to make like a room so that you couldn't bother me during the day, because I can really get focused, and I don't want. When I am focused and somebody comes to talk to me or something, I don't have the personality that I need that would be good. It's quite rough, and because it kind of woke me from my sleep because I was doing something. But anyway, how does that work with clients? Well, it depends on the client. Like, it's hard for me to meet clients for the first time. I get nervous. I like to know everything I can about my clients so that I can help them find the house that they deserve to get. So I get comfortable with people, okay? But when it's like a random, and when there's a lot of noise and there's a lot of movement, and like if I have to go to a party and I know like maybe 2 people, like I have a birthday party coming up this weekend, and I'm gonna know, I think 4 people there, and there's gonna be probably 30, and I will just be a mess. I'll just be a mess. I'll just want to be home in my theater room. So that's my place, right? That's where I recharge. I watch other people stream. I watch YouTube probably 99% of the time, and it's nice. It's nice, but the problem is it's number one. It's dark. I don't really have to look at anything. The other problem is since it's my room, like my wife doesn't mess with it at all, and so it's just disgusting in there. I don't let food stay. Like I'll never have food out. I can't handle that. But I do have like stuff accumulates, and I do have hoarding tendencies, and so I don't like to throw things away. And so I have like a path basically to get to my chair, which is the chair's clean. I had a coffee table that was full of stuff that just piled up, and it was dirty. It was dirty because there was so much stuff. It was almost impossible to clean. Plus, I've never been like my cleaning style is such. I clean it once and then hope it never gets dirty again because I hate cleaning so much. This is in my room now. I'd be better off in like a common area like a kitchen. But anyway, I went and run all these errands yesterday. When I come home, go down to my theater room, and my wife has completely cleaned it and like moved stuff and gotten rid of stuff, and wonderful, wonderful. And I didn't. She bought me a sweater, and that my Valentine's gift was there, and I didn't fully appreciate the clean because it was such a dramatic change from the way it looked before. But last night I got down there for about maybe a half hour, and there was no dust, and it was so nice. It was so nice. It was so relaxing. I I hate living in dirt. I just can't stand it. But you know, when you're working all day and you're tired and you just want to sit down, you don't want to be cleaning. So, gosh, that was one of the nicest gifts anybody's given me, to clean up my theater room. And so you say, well, John, what did you do what did you do? Because your wife, cleaned your room and she got you a new sweater. What did you do? Well, I'm glad you asked. Um, we went to dinner, and I wanted to talk about that. I had veal saltimbocca, which is white wine and sage sauce over veal cutlets with prosciutto ham, and it was delicious, delicious. Wife had chicken something, and I finished off some of that. Um, because I'm sure you're sitting there wondering what my diet is. I tend to eat lots of meat and potatoes, and that's it. Vegetable wise, that's where we draw the line. Potatoes. But yesterday I had a salad and I ate the whole thing, which I don't normally do. I ate green beans, which I don't normally eat, and I also ate carrots, which I don't normally eat. I was just clearing out food. For dessert, I had spumoni. My wife had, what did she have? She had creme brulee. But let's do a little test run about customer service, because I really wanted to talk about customer service at night, because I think it varies. Your expectations vary, and I can do two instances yesterday where I can do a number of instances yesterday about customer service that I think, I don't know. I don't know what to say. Like, let's try it. So, number one, um, we were at the restaurant. We had reservations for 7:15. We got there at 7:15. We were standing there, and there were a bunch of people. Okay, so wife is very forward. So she goes up to I will call them maitre d', and says, "Hey, we're here. There's two of us." He's like, "Okay, cool." But it was a good kind of okay, cool. It wasn't like he's going to forget this in 10 minutes. The fear was he's going to forget it. And so there's all these people. And so he had it all set up. He had his little board. And then as soon as and the thing that I liked about this guy was, and look, with all apologies, I'm not an owner of a restaurant. Okay. I don't know what people are supposed to do, but I know what these people were doing. And I wanted to go over that because I thought it was fantastic. One, we go we don't sit down. We stand there. Man and a woman with a wheelchair, husband and wife, come in. Another group comes in, and another group comes in. So there's all these people in this little small space, and restaurant is packed. It's Valentine's Day. The decor was so enjoyable and so fun for me. They had helium balloons, maybe a couple hundred, and they were all hanging down. Like the strings were hanging down, but they were all red and red and white, and the tablecloths were pink and white instead of just white. Normally, it's a white tablecloth restaurant. But man, this guy, okay, he's not. The restaurant's packed. He's got a job to do, okay? But he's not freaking out. Okay? He's not showing us that he's overwhelmed. In fact, every time somebody comes in, he says hello. He says, "Here's the thing, okay. What's your name? Okay." Then he goes, and while we're standing there, he's going and looking for tables that are going to be open, and he's either cleaning the tables himself, clearing them himself, or he's clearing them with the busboy. Okay, and then he comes as soon as he gets a table done. He comes out and says, "Hey, your table's ready. Let's go." And I mean, he's doing everything you would want out of a maitre d'. But then he goes even further. We go to get, and we're like, please don't sit us, like, in our minds, don't sit us in the middle of the room, because I'm not fat, but I like my space, and I don't like people, like when I'm eating, I don't want people going by me. Does that make sense? Like in the middle of the restaurant, people coming from it all different ways. Plus, I'm bald, and I don't really like people staring at my bald spot in my head. I mean, it's because it has a reflection because of the light and everything. Anyway, we're sitting there, and I'm so happy. Okay, was the wait inconvenient? Not too bad. Not anything to get upset about, certainly. Then he seats us in this space where we're right next to a wall, and we can look out at the restaurant. Oh, wonderful. And then we're sitting there and just content. And he's working at tables, and he walks by, and he's like, has someone been out to greet you yet? Okay. And then somebody had, but he was checking. I mean, he was really, really good. Okay. Really good. And I know they were short staffed. I mean, they may have had like 5 waiters, and they probably had 200 people. I mean, none of them were, the food was good. First of all, actually, it was excellent. The atmosphere, absolutely wonderful. Couldn't have been happier. And then the people, and now this is not considered like a 5-star restaurant by any stretch of the imagination. It's just a local family restaurant. Good food though. It always has been good food. So we enjoyed ourselves because of this maitre d', because of our waiter. The busboy was running around getting water for everybody, cleaning off tables. He was not freaking out. And so it goes a long way if you're in a situation, if you've got a wait staff, like, hey, let's not freak out tonight. Let's just do it. But that was wonderful service, okay? To me. And then I go to let's do a negative customer service. I went to the car wash yesterday. Now, car washes in St. Louis, there used to only be like a couple, and now it's like the thing to do. Like everyone's opening a car wash. So it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out, because we've never had this type of competition in St. Louis before that I'm aware of. But the prices right now are kind of ridiculous, so I'm hoping that it causes the prices to go down. So anyway, I used to go to this car wash, and I liked it. What did I like about it? Well, it only does the outside, and but the people, there's like, it's like got brushes, and it's got everything. Like when you go through it, you drive through it. Now, I'm afraid of car washes going through car washes. But I've been watching Vice Grip Garage, and that guy goes through car washes all the time where the car's terrible. So I almost feel like it's not a big deal. Well, one of the reasons why this car wash is kind of lost my enjoyment is when you go in, when you drive in, there's a gate now, and you put in your credit card and you pay, and then the gate opens. The screen is not intuitive, and it used to be you just drive up in line, and then the person takes your cash, and then you go from there. But they also, like, before you go in, they pre-wash the car. They put on a bunch of foam on the car so that it really does a good job when you go through the car wash. Well, yesterday they had one guy working there. He was hiding in a corner and directing the cars. But I mean, this is what he's doing. He's doing this, like maybe like I'm trying to do like this, and he's hiding, so you don't really see him. And he's like not into his job. He's just like, like not paying attention. I don't like that. And then I get through the car wash and I'm like, yay, I got my car washed. Well, I get home and my car, like half of it's not even washed. Doesn't even look like it's been washed. So I have to get out there, and I want the car clean for my wife when she goes to the restaurant. So I get out there and I have to clean. I have to clean. I paid $20 for this car wash and it's not even clean. My car's not clean. It's stupid. Stupid. So um, I'm not going back. Even though I like the concept, I'm not going back. The car wash that's close to my house is different because you buy gas and then the person comes up to you and says, "How much? What do you want?" And then you say, "Like, I want this." But the parking lot in the line area is so slow that you technically block the entrance to get into line for the car wash, and then you're not allowed to go through the car wash by yourself. You have to get out, and then you go to the end, and they hand wash the rest of your car, and they wash the inside, which I don't like. I don't really. I keep my inside very clean, and then you got to give them a tip. And I don't look. It's fine for people. It's just not something I want to do. I just want to drive through and be done with it, and let it air dry. I'm totally good with that. But I get nervous about sitting in that line with it's kind of dangerous, and so I'm on the lookout for a better car wash. Now my the daughter, she knows of one where they have free vacuums. I don't know that I need a free vacuum, but I do need to figure out how to do it. And like I said, I'm afraid of the car wash in general, so anyway, not good customer service. Why not good customer service? Well, the person there wasn't energized in any way. It was miserable. And the quality of work. I mean, I could have gone to the gas station and gotten a better car wash than what I got, and I paid $20 for it. So finally, the third customer service story. All in one day, I went to Le Creuset or something, like French cast iron enameled pans and stuff for my wife for Valentine's Day. I wanted to buy a brazier or broiler. Brazier. I don't know what I bought, but anyway. I went in there and I was looking, and then all of a sudden I looked down and there's this woman down on the floor, and I didn't know what was going on because the person that said hello to me was at the front desk. I was like, "Hey, how you doing?" She's like, "I'm doing good." So all of a sudden I was like, "Oh, hello." So there's this woman there. She's like, "Yeah, we're changing things around." I said, "Okay." She said, "Can I help you?" And I already knew what I wanted. I said, I would like this teapot. And it's got to be a certain color because all of our stuff's a certain color. So, okay, let me go get one. And then she goes to the back. She looks on. There's only one teapot, and it's the display model. And I'm like, I don't want to. And she's like, I can get you a box, but the box isn't going to be the same as the thing. And part of the joy of opening a present is the box matches what you get, right? So that was like, and the whole time she's asking me questions about stuff, and I don't know anything about what I'm doing, and I don't think there's any amount of help she's going to be able to provide me in this search, because I'm already out of my league here. I don't cook anymore, and I'm in this place, and now I don't have a teapot, and so there's these. I know she wants one of these pans, and so I get the pan. Pan was kind of expensive. I'm not going to say the price, but it was more than I would pay for a pan. But that lady was just talking to me the whole time, and it's like, you know what, like fake customer service is? That's when you're really not taking an interest in the person. Like you're not aware of what they're doing. Like you're not emotionally aware, so you just keep talking. Like it was not good service, but it was not good service, but it was great because to show some interest, okay, in a customer is better than to not show any interest in a customer, in my opinion. even if it's wrong, even if it's a bad deal, to show interest, I think that's good. So walked out of there with a much lighter wallet, but 3 customer service interactions yesterday. 2 were good and 1 was bad, and across different industries. Man, the restaurant was great, but one of the things I told my wife while we were eating, and I mean it, is I don't know, like, I won't say that I'm unique, okay? But I'm so tired of, how do I put this? For the first time last night in months, I got to sit down and rest, like with my wife, like really, really enjoy the moment. And I'll tell you, the stress on my body every day. I mean, I feel it in my chest, always stressed, always trying to get something done. And you say, well, John, you have your theater room that your wife cleaned. Well, that's, believe it or not, it's kind of ties in. It's very stressful to be in my theater room when it's all dirty, because it's like, it's all busy and it's just like, ugh, dusty. And so that's stressful. It's like, I know I'm going to have to clean the room. But last night, oh, and the kids, they're stressful. Fella broke his hand yesterday. One of the youngest is just not pleasant, and then the middle child is stressful. It's just stressful. Going to go to college and trying to figure out what she wants to do with her life, and so anyway, it was, and I showed you. I mean, we went for a ride on Sunday. And you say, well, that would be relaxing. Yeah, it was. I mean, I drove tiny, twisty, and turny roads, and I wasn't really trying to be relaxed. I was enjoying the twisty, turny roads. I enjoyed the nature, but we'd never been there. There's a little bit of nerves. Last night, sitting in the restaurant with my wife, really where I wanted to be. Like, and I didn't worry about paying bills. I didn't worry about work. That's the issue. And when I sit in my theater room and I'm watching YouTube, like I'm literally watching, how can I get my stream better? How can, what subjects can we talk about? How's this person doing this? How's that person doing that? How many views do they have? And when I'm constantly looking, and I tell, I've told you before, like, don't look at the stats, and I try not to, but every day I must look at the stats like 20 times. Not relaxing. People want me to show them houses. People want me to, want to ask me questions about different houses and stuff, different times. There's no schedule, and so it's very, very stressful. And so I really, really enjoyed it, and I haven't had that feeling in so long. To where where you're at peace. It was noticeable. If that makes any sense. It was noticeable. I felt it. It wasn't myself saying I need to calm down. It was like I was calm. So anyway, probably blew 100. Well, I know I blew $100 on dinner yesterday for 2 people, which is a lot for us. But you know what? Those people earned that money last night. They earned it. They did a fine job of treating us well. I'm almost thinking about writing a thank you letter or a card and sending it to the restaurant, because really, really, I mean, it's a tough night. Thanksgiving. Valentine's Day is a tough night at a restaurant. There was one restaurant we wanted to go to, and they wouldn't accept reservations, and so you're gonna have to stand there for like 4 hours. I was like, not gonna do that. Plus, their food has gone down so bad, I don't even want to have anything to do with it. Anyway, that was the Valentine's Day. That was the customer service. That was my wife's gifts. I mean, wonderful stuff. Thank you for coming along with me. Now let's get into some Google trending articles. We have two today, and I don't know how to put the first one forward. Let's just say I don't have a problem with Kanye West. Okay, a lot of people find him to be controversial. What if he's being controversial so that more people pay attention to him? It's like, anyway, I don't feel comfortable with. I feel like he's being demonized for different reasons than are being shown. I'll leave it at that. I'll let you try to figure out what I'm talking about. But let's go to the article. Kanye West booed by thousands during Super Bowl while with his children. Now, that's the article. That's the headline. 200,000 searches on Google yesterday about this. So, the headline itself, a little confusing. Kanye West, we'll get into that, booed by thousands during Super Bowl while with his children. The intimation being that it would be okay to boo him without his children? What does his children have to do with being booed? And by thousands, what are there, 100,000 people at the game? I don't know how many people. I don't know how many people sit at, because you know what I think about the Rams. So, and you know what I think about the NFL. So I don't know about the new stadium. Don't care. But anyway, it says Kanye West was booed by thousands of spectators while attending the Super Bowl this year with his children. Now, I don't even know. I don't know. Like, at what point is the booing bad? Like, if he's booed by hundreds? I remember when Trump was president and he got booed, people thought that was just wonderful. That woman that flipped him off on the motorcade, I think she ended up being like in local government or something. She was hailed a hero. We don't see that very much with the Biden administration. That never gets reported. Kind of weird, but I kind of understand the political machine now. So anyway, the 44-year-old rapper. Now that's the other thing is, do we really have rappers anymore? Has been making headlines over the past few days for going on multiple rants on Instagram. Well, he's making headlines, and making headlines is how you sell products, my understanding. His appearance at the NFL event came just hours after an Instagram rant against his ex-wife, Kim Kardashian, and her current boyfriend, Saturday Night Live comedian Pete Davidson. Pete Davidson seems to date everyone. His ex-wife, Kim Kardashian. Okay. So we were talking about this at the restaurant last night. Should you tweet or should you make posts about your ex-wife? We weren't talking about Kanye. We were talking about another couple we know. Probably not. I wouldn't. But I'm not in that situation, so I'm not going to judge. The Donda performer. Now, I don't know what Donda is. Was seen attending the Cincinnati Bengals and Los Angeles Rams game at SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles with his children, North and Saint. I don't know who they are either. I don't know their ages, and I don't know what the custody situation is between him and his ex-wife. I don't know if these are his children by her. I don't know any of it. Clips of the family appearing on the Jumbotron have been circulating widely on Twitter, where spectators can be heard booing the performer when he appeared on the big screen throughout the stadium. And so what? So they're going to go on Twitter and they say that, he's being booed. It says the rapper who's legally changed his name to Ye, or I don't know, but that should be the article headline, though. So he's changed his name, and this is how he prefers to be called. That's the one you should use. So where you keep seeing Kanye West, that should stop. It should be Ye. Was filmed wearing a black mask covering his face when he's featured on screen. They booing Kanye West at the Super Bowl, LMAOO, reads one tweet with a clip that has been viewed more than 64,000 times. While sports reporter Timothy Parker tweeted, Kanye West just got booed on the big screen here at SoFi Stadium. So he's crying, laughing that happened. West's Instagram post also saw him take aim at Kid Cudi for being friends with Davidson. In a now deleted Instagram post shared on Saturday, the rapper posted a handwritten note claiming Cudi would no longer be collaborating with him on his album Donda 2. So I guess there was one previous. Just so everyone knows, Cudi will not be on Donda 2 because he's friends with you-know-who. Well, that rhymes. And he is a rapper. So last week, West took aim at Billie Eilish when he was offended by the singer for a comment she made after pausing his show to help a distressed fan in the crowd. Eilish stopped a show in the State Farm Arena in Atlanta on February 6th to help the distressed concert goer locate an inhaler before resuming her performance. "We're taking care of our people," she said in a clip captured by another fan. "I wait for people to be okay until I keep going." West took Eilish's comment as an attack against fellow rapper Travis Scott, who came under fire for not, look at all these fires and attacks, for not pausing his set at his Astroworld Festival in November of 2021. He has since demanded that Eilish apologize or he will refuse to play at Coachella. I'm trying to understand the logic there. Like, if who gets hurt if Kanye West doesn't, or no, I'm sorry, Ye doesn't perform at Coachella? What does that have? Like, what is his, like, I just don't understand. Does he feel like people like him more than they like Billie Eilish, who's maybe at Coachella? I don't know if she's going to be there either. I don't know that. I don't know. Is he even invited to Coachella? I mean, I don't know. I don't really care about the rest of this. It says correction, though. I like those. This article was updated to indicate that Kanye West was, so I think it should be Ye. Or yeah, I don't know. Was at the stadium with his children, North and Saint, not his daughters. Saint is the rapper's son. What about North? Very, very confusing. So yeah, I don't know what we learned there, but we'll keep going. Now the next thing, I mean, I had 2 Google searches and I thought they were interesting. This one was, there was 100,000 searches, and this is a 55. I'm sorry, 55. This is a 15-year-old Olympic skater who is taking Trimetazidine, and people are wanting to know what Trimetazidine is. Okay, so let's find out. It says the International Olympic Committee has ruled that a Russian skater who tested positive for a banned substance can still skate in the women's single event on Tuesday. News broke late last week that Kamila Valieva, I'm just guessing, 15, failed a doping test weeks ago when she tested positive for the heart medication Trimetazidine. Okay, so let me just, on this first paragraph, let me break it down the way I understand it. There's a banned substance, so you're not allowed to take it. And if you take it, you'll be in trouble. This is what I learned when I was growing up. Like, you don't do things you're not supposed to do. But what I've learned since then is just because it's a banned substance, as long as you have some sort of pull with somebody, it's not banned for you because she's continuing to be able to be allowed to skate. So the people that do follow the rules 100%, they're not really being punished. But there's no point in them following the rules when the rules don't apply to everyone. This is true in the society as a whole. We have this weird ass thing where we've done this 0 tolerance policy. Okay. But even the 0 tolerance policy doesn't mean 0, depending on who you know and what your thinking is. It's one of the, I would say, a big flaw in the world today, at least in the United States. It says in a statement released Monday, the IOC, I'm going with, said that this is an inconclusive situation, noting that it would not be appropriate to hold medal ceremony for the figure skating team event, which Valieva's Russian Olympic Committee team won last week at this time. I don't understand how you can have an inconclusive situation. If the testing isn't conclusive, then stop testing. And I don't know why it would not be appropriate, since you're going to let her skate anyway. Should Miss Valieva finish among the top 3 competitors in the women's singles competition, no flower ceremony and no medal ceremony will take place during the Olympic Winter Games, which is the exact time you would want a medal ceremony. Okay? And the fact that they're not going to have one is a disgrace to the other 2 skaters who are going to get a medal. But once her case has been resolved, there will be a dignified medal ceremonies. What the hell is that? Valieva, who became the first woman to land a quadruple jump in the Olympics last week, is a favorite to win gold in the women's free skate. First woman, she's 15 years old, okay? And I'm not, I mean, you've heard me struggle with, do you call someone a woman? You call it a girl? What do you do? You know, the move is controversial. Soon after the ruling was made, the United States Olympic and Paralympic Committee, now, I don't know if they're combined, okay, released a statement that made it clear that they didn't agree with the decision. The chief executive of the committee said the U.S. OPC is disappointed this message sends, adding this appears to be another chapter in the systematic and pervasive disregard for clean sport by Russia. Let me just tell you what I used to think about the Major League Baseball when all these people were using steroids, and I'm sure they're still using them now. It's not a clean sport. You should have a steroid league for baseball, and you should have a non-steroid league for baseball. And I think that would solve the problem. Same thing with football, steroid league, non-steroid league. That would solve all these problems. Because if you were found to do a steroid in the clean league, okay, then you can go play in the steroid league, but you're not coming back to the clean league. That's all I would do. Same thing with this. If you want to have the Olympics have a clean version, have a non-clean version. And then if you want to have, or if you want to get rid of the rules altogether and just have, take whatever you want to, and may the best, whoever found the best meds win. I mean, like after decades of this, it gets kind of old. I mean, weren't the West German swimmers taking like horse tranquilizers or something? I mean, it's not like a new thing to take drugs. What about Lance Armstrong, America's hero, that was absolutely a disgusting human being? Disgusting. Whenever someone would say, "Hey, I think he's doping," he'd be like, "Oh no." And like whenever he's washed up as a cyclist, then it's like, "Oh yeah. By the way, I'm totally guilty." Well, give back the money. Oh no, it's my money. I earned it by cheating. So it's ridiculous. The whole doping thing is ridiculous. It says former Olympian and current skating commentator Johnny Weir also said on Twitter that I can only support a clean Olympic Games that holds all its athletes to a higher standard of fairness. This is devastating for my sport. Well, you know what's devastating for your sport? You've got an Olympics in China. Okay. I mean, this is not a good, the Olympics have long gone past their relevance. I mean, I'm all for being done with the Olympics altogether. The United States team shouldn't even be over there. Now, the argument is how can you keep these performers from gaining their medals? I mean, they've worked all their lives for this, and the marketing dollars that go with it. Oh, I understand I understand where you're coming from there. I totally get that, but the Olympic Games to me always be tarnished after Mitt Romney was involved in the Utah Games. Like, done. What is Trimetazidine and how might it help enhance an athlete's performance? Here's what you need to know. It's important to note that Trimetazidine is not approved for use in the U.S. However, it is used in many European countries as a medication to help angina, chest pain caused by reduced blood flow to the heart, and similar heart issues. Okay, so this is being taught as fact, or being explained to us as fact. It says, Trimetazidine is a metabolic agent, which means it's a medication that has an effect on metabolism. Okay. Then the quote here blows me away. The mechanism of action is not well understood. What is known, though, is that the medication enhances oxygen delivery to the heart and possibly other tissues as well. So they know there's a drug and they know that it does certain things, but they don't know how. It's a lot like another drug we use in cardiology called ranolazine. Both can be used when other drugs aren't well tolerated by the patient. Neither Valieva nor her coaches have publicly said whether she has a heart condition and why she took a medication that is on the banned substances list. Does she have a right to take medicine if she has a heart problem? Yes. But could you have a doctor in the Soviet Union say, hey, you have a heart problem, wink, wink? The goal with Trimetazidine is to help stop chest pain, although it can be used for vertigo and ringing in the ears. It's usually taken 20 milligram doses 3 times a day before scaling patients down to twice a day. There have been safety concerns about Trimetazidine, specifically what taking the medication may increase a person's risk of developing Parkinson's syndrome and other motor disorders like tremors, muscle rigidity, and walking disorders, and restless leg syndrome. In many cases, people develop these symptoms when they were on Trimetazidine and they stopped when they finished taking the medication. So I'm not a doctor. You can, by taking this medicine, develop Parkinson's syndrome, and then if you stop taking it, it'll go away. I didn't know that's how that worked. It says Trimetazidine has been on the World Anti-Doping Agency's list of prohibited substances since 2014. However, WADA, which is the World Anti-Doping Agency, noted that in a 2018 letter that an athlete may test positive for Trimetazidine after taking Livestream, a drug that's allowed for the use of treatment of migraines. So that's the problem that I have with the testing, okay? If someone can be taking something that is approved, and yet it shows a trace for something that is not approved, come on. Come on, that's not good testing. As for why this drug is banned and may help with athletic performance, Allen offers this explanation. If your heart gets more oxygen, theoretically, it can enhance your performance overall. Now, let me relate this to, and we're going to run long today, just so you know. Let me check the chat and just make sure everybody's on board with that. Okay, everyone's on board with that because no one's in the chat. There was this, I used to watch baseball, and there were a couple things in baseball that turned out to be kind of terrible. One, I believe Chris Sabo and Sammy Sosa were found with corked bats. And at the time, they said that a corked bat is a bat with cork in it, and it's said to make the ball fall or go further when you hit it. I don't know if that's true. I don't know if that's true now, because whenever it happened, people were saying that it doesn't matter. So that's weird. And then you have, when I was a kid with the steroids in baseball, they said, well, pitchers would never take steroids because they'd get too bulked up, and then when they threw the ball, it wouldn't go as fast. And I always thought that was kind of interesting because, you know, that doesn't make any sense. If it's an athletic enhancer, it's got to do something. Maybe not. And then maybe what I screwed up is that it was steroids, but they meant any sort of enhancement. But anyway, so they're saying that this drug, while banned, may not have any issues. It's very hard to understand. Like, so why is it banned? Well, it may. In some studies, it has been shown to reduce the episodes of angina and improve exercise time in patients. But that's in people who already have cardiac issues, not your average person whose heart already works well, which we don't know if this girl's heart works well. I mean, we have to assume that it does because she's a world-class figure skater. And she's done some sort of a move in skating that has never been done before. I don't know. It says Dr. Tadawalker says there's a little bit of disagreement on how much Trimetazidine could help someone from an athletic performance standpoint, adding that there's evidence that shows this may be helpful. Still, there is some thinking that it can increase stamina for athletes, and there's definitely concern that this may create an unfair advantage. But see, to me, it's not enough for taking the drugs. That if there's definitely concern that this may create an unfair advantage, does it or does it not? And then why do we need to have? I mean, doesn't this all seem like very, very gray area? It does to me. It does to me. And then finally it says Valieva has not spoken public about her test results in the upcoming competition. Why should she? She's already got her whole Olympic committee from the Russia talking for her. She doesn't even say a word. She competes in the women's free skate on Tuesday. Let me just put it out there. If she, let's say she wins, okay, and they don't have a ceremony, well, you're denying her of something. You're already painting her with the brush that says she cheated, okay, whether or not she did or not. It's ridiculous to me. Look, I don't know if she should be allowed to skate or not. Okay. But I feel like if you're going to come at somebody with accusations, you better back them up. And when your own, by the way, a world anti-doping agency, we really need that. Like, that's what we need in the world, is an like, can't we just figure it out what's good and what's, it's just ridiculous. If you get tested positive for something while taking something else, that's a problem. That's a problem. I give up. I'm not doing that. I had a comment on one of my videos. I thought that was interesting. Okay, so 100,000 searches on that. I don't know if it was on the drug or the skater. I don't hold any ill will for her if she did cheat or not. I mean, the reason why is because I'm kind of done with it. We already knew this was going on. We've known that people have been doping for like since the 70s at least. We've known about it, and they haven't been able to fix it. It's now 2022. It's been like 50 years of doping. Like, I'm over it. Like I said, Lance Armstrong really ended any sort of Lance Armstrong, Mark McGuire. Never forget, that guy, my hero. I had posters on my walls of that guy, and oh, he couldn't cheat. He's just strong. And then he comes out, oh yeah, I cheated a long time, and I'm not proud of it, but it worked out okay. And yeah, I mean, he's in baseball. He was coaching, and I think he made $10 million a year while I was playing there at the end. So he didn't get back any of the money. He'll be fine. He'll be fine. The Houston Astros, it's the same thing with cheating in general. Houston Astros cheated unbelievably during the World Series, was it? Stealing signs and whatnot. What does baseball do? Well, they're not going to go against the union, and so they fire the coach and a couple of coaches and say, you can't be a part of maybe the general manager and stuff too. You guys can't, but the players that cheated, that's okay. They're represented by a union, so it's fine. This is stupid. It's stupid, and they'll bend over backwards to protect their stars that are cheating. Anyway, terrible. Like, sports have really gone downhill in my lifetime, and I'm sorry for all of you that didn't get to see the innocence and joy of the belief that people work hard and they can accomplish anything, break records and whatnot. It turns out you can, but you could also just cheat your way to the top, and it works out fine too. So sometimes you have to be the best at a sport and cheat to win. And I think that's kind of where we're at. So let's look at some houses. I'm not, initially we're looking at houses in Stockton, California. I'm not sure that I'll really enjoy it, because we've looked at some homes in California and not done very well. But let's look at this first house here. $4.9 million, 7 bedrooms, 6.5 baths. It appears to be on an island. Single family home, built in 1950, 140 days on the market. Property details, let's look at that. Nothing. No write-up. Property history, listed 9/27/2021. So we got nothing on the description, and we got 4 pictures. 1 picture, 2 pictures, 3 pictures, 4 pictures. That's what we got to go on. $5 million. 19590 Bacon Island Road. So that's number one. Number two, 3.59 million. 4 bedrooms, 4.5 baths. 8,557 square feet. 4-car garage built in 2006, 75 days on the market. I don't care about the monthly payment, I'm sorry. Listed since December of 2021. And what did it go to the market to start with? 3.95. So they've cut it pretty much 500,000. 56 pictures. This is the first picture. It's of the side of the house. There you go. That's a better look. Awesome pool. Does it have a proper description or details? Waterfront estate and a rare find in the stunning home with Delta views. Resort quality compound with guest quarters featuring original Chris Schimpf architectural design. One of a kind estate is gated for your privacy and security, captivating Delta views, and your own private boat dock with deep water access. Boat to San Francisco or simply enjoy the miles of Delta waterways. Exceptional and exquisite craftsmanship, spacious and open design with custom finishes and a tasteful and neutral color palette. Granite, wood, travertine, tile are all part of the foundations of this timeless and stately estate. Situated on 2 acres, there's ample space for entertaining and play with the ultimate in indoor and outdoor lifestyle. Massive outdoor patio retreat with pool, spa, with swim-up bar, personal care, and luxury amenities include your own personal sauna, library, meditation, and game room. This one is guaranteed to take your breath away in every way. Okay. Well, I mean, it's a nice kitchen. Nice pool. You know, you got your dock. It is a waterfront estate. I don't know if that lake is part of it. Maybe that's a park. Maybe. No. It's got to be. Now we're back inside. This, like, not as a complaint, but I don't get comfort in, like, this, a non-defined room. Like, I like walls to define the room. This would never be comfortable for me. I don't even know what this room is. So, my opinion is that this, what in the world? My opinion is that this is a funky styled home, and you would really need to walk through it to understand it. It's probably hard to take pictures and give you any sort of sense of flow, which is fine, but makes it kind of difficult to kind of go through the pictures when you don't know what's going on. I mean, this is a great outdoor space, and I really, really like outdoor spaces. I've told you that. I'm sorry that I keep beating it to death, but I think it's so important to have, and it's a nice pool. I'll give them that. It's kind of interesting. There's a, I think that's a dishwasher. And then you got like a gated area, I guess, for a pet. There's your dock. Okay. Well, that's the second one. Let's look at the third one. 1.995. 4 bedrooms, 4.5 baths, 4,200 square feet on a 1 acre lot. 69 pictures is 69 pictures. I'm not going to do that. 16 pictures too many, or 19 pictures too many for me. Property history, sold in 2014, listed in 2022 in January. Nothing wrong with that. Property details. Astonishing masterpiece with modern design elements, perfectly located at the end of a privately gated road. Spectacular floor plan with over 4,200 square feet of living space and encompass numerous high-end architectural details, including a second-story media room with circular staircase. Walking through the front doors welcome you to 12-foot ceilings, hand-box ceiling treatments, in a formal living dining room open concept. Gourmet kitchen with furniture-grade cabinetry, large center island, and professional Wolf Sub-Zero appliances. Entertain effortlessly in this resort-style backyard, complete with full outdoor kitchen, large covered dining area, and sparkling pool with waterfall. Too many amenities to list. This is one of the nicest homes in the area. Live the casual California lifestyle you've always dreamed of. Okay. Nice kitchen. Nice little entertainment area I'm going to go with. Beautiful. And then I guess there's a vineyard next door. You know, you put that there's a waterfall in the picture, and so I kind of want to see the waterfall. I mean, I'm just going through things. Nobody's in the closet. They move out. Huge range hood. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Nice outdoor space. I told you what I think about outdoor spaces every day. Okay. All right. Well, those were the three. That was Stockton, California. You know, make your own inferences there. Let's get to some articles. Let me check the chat just in case nobody's in the chat. Okay. Study reveals America's home buying deal breakers. Now, I put this in the title of the video, and so I wanted to go over it with you. It says the housing market has surged in the past year or so, and it shows no sign of slowing down. Homes are disappearing off the market faster than they have in years, and they're selling for more than before. Right? No complaint. According to a recent Realtor.com study, October's 2021 median listing price was $380,000, a 22% increase since the start of the COVID-19 pandemic. In such a quick-moving atmosphere, buyers have had to adjust their expectations a bit. Yeah, that's true. And so then it says, what are the deal breakers for Americans when it comes to buying a home? To answer that question, we surveyed nearly 2,000 homeowners, all of whom have bought homes within the past 5 years. I mean, just like a totally random study here. The biggest deal breakers were when looking for a home are exterior issues like bad siding, weatherproofing issues, and significant number of repairs needed. Price, home size, and an updated kitchen matter most to buyers. Of those who bought a home during the COVID-19 pandemic, 86% said it was a stressful experience, and 84% said they decided more quickly than they were comfortable. Who are you working with? And it's going to be stressful. The people that advertise in real estate that things aren't going to be stressful are losers. And if you go with them because you think it's not going to be stressful, then, you know, it's on you, because it's going to be stressful. Both buying a home and selling a home are stressful. It's in fact, there's many parts of it that are designed to be that way. And they're not going to change it by technology either, because it's about negotiation. And to negotiate, you know, you have to have two parties willing to negotiate, number one. And even when you think you're not negotiating, you are. It's very weird. Anyway, nearly 3 in 4 recent home buyers reported a stressful buying experience prior to COVID-19, just 60%. Well, it's been stressful as long as I can remember. So it says before early 2020, prospective buyers were able to take more time to research a home before making a decision, and they viewed more houses before purchasing. Of those who bought prior to the pandemic, 58% viewed 5 homes or less, and 31% of buyers viewed as many as 10 properties. The number of homes viewed decreased dramatically for buyers during the pandemic, with nearly 3 in 4 home buyers viewing 5 or less. I don't understand what you people are doing. You need to go look at a lot of homes, like 20, 30, in a specific location, and then you'll know exactly what the price is you should be paying for the house, and you will have no remorse whatsoever. Looking at 5 homes and making an offer, wow. But see, I mean, I know that I show my buyers lots of houses. Okay. I mean, this is crazy. I might make this into the podcast episode for today because it's just crazy. It says, and I make it just on this right here. Pre-COVID, only 48% of buyers said they made a decision more quickly than they would have liked. Typically, this pressure came from their realtor or owner of the home. The competition wasn't nearly as daunting either. Only 31% of buyers lost a bid on another property. Of those who found their home during the COVID-19 pandemic, 86% said it was a stressful experience. 3 out of 4 people viewed 5 homes or less. This could be led by the rapid speed at which people are buying homes. In fact, 79% of recent home buyers lost a bid on at least one other property. Because of this competitive pressure, 84% said they made a decision more quickly than they were comfortable. When asked, homebuyers stated that the most pressure came from the owner of the house. However, 57% of owners stated that their partner drove the stress. And says, here you go, the biggest deal breakers for homebuyers, even with this competition, there are several deal breakers that will cause buyers to pass on property. The most common deal breakers are exterior issues, weatherproofing, significant number of repairs, noticeable flaws in the foundation, cracked walls or ceilings. And here's the breakdown. Bad remodel work, drainage issues, age of the home, structural. Age of the home for me has never been an issue. Structural issues and uneven flooring. Hate uneven flooring. However, home buyers are not turning away from homes just because they need some work. The following reasons were least likely to dissuade buyers: home being in a fire zone, lead paint in the presence of radon, or yard or landscaping issues. Price was the most important factor for home buyers, and the size of the home was nearly as important, yet over 60% of responders said they'd go over budget. In fact, 1 in 4 were willing to go over budget by more than $100,000. Surprising. That's not what I saw in the market myself, but that's what you see. Price matters most. Home size, updated kitchen, outdoor space, storage space, bedroom size, updated bathrooms, neighborhood, kitchen size, location. What are the home buyers willing to, for home buyers that work from home, 76% need a dedicated office space. I felt like that was true for sure. What are home buyers willing to look past? In addition to size and cost, how much do a home's history and location contribute to home buyers willing to purchase it? We asked that type of home buyers, what type of homes buyers would pay if market value for, and which homes they wouldn't buy at all. Would you buy a home that was featured in a TV show or movie? Yes, at market value. Yes, below market value. No, 10%. That was famous for a good reason, 50%. That was famous for a bad reason. This isn't really. In which a crime was committed. Yes, at market value, 8%. Above market value, 8%, 35%. It was on a tour route. Close proximity of a home owned by a hoarder with a messy yard. Yes. With close proximity of someone with loud or aggressive dogs. Yes, at market value. Very interesting. It just goes on and on and on. I'm done. I'm tired. National delinquency rate drops below March 2020 level for the first time since the onset of the pandemic. Another good indicator of a strong economy was released in CoreLogic's monthly loan performance insights report for November 2021. In November, 3.6% of all mortgages in the U.S. were in some stage of delinquency, which is defined as 30 days or more past due, including those in foreclosure. That represents a 2.3 percentage point decrease compared to November 2020, when it was 5.9%. This suggests a mortgage performance is following the nation's income growth. Okay. The takeaway, in addition to low delinquency rates, foreclosure rates also remain at historic lows, as borrowers have been able to quickly pile on equity during a year of record-breaking home price growth. These factors have helped offset some of the difficult economic impacts of the ongoing pandemic. Non-farm employment rose 6.45 million during 2021, helping to rebuild income for families under financial stress during the pandemic. Income growth has helped to reduce past due rates, and home equity buildup has reduced the likelihood of a distressed sale for families that experience financial challenges. So the economy's fine. That's what they're saying. all I can go with. Well, I'm gonna head out. I had a good stream. I was happy to share with you my thoughts on such a wide range of issues. If you could subscribe, if you're not subscribed, that'd be good. If you could leave a like or comment in the description, that would be good. But, you know, I get it. Sometimes it's just fun to watch and not be asked to do anything. And so I try to keep that at a minimum. But anyway, thank you. I'll be back tomorrow and we'll go over some